Alright, let's see what's popular on Roblox right now. Haven't played in a while. Let's see what's going on. Alright, what we got that's popular right now? Squid Game. Huh. Jujutsu Infinite, huh? Well, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. What we got going on here? Limited time boss and items. Pretty typical. Explore the vast open world. Extinguish deadly curse spirits and fight other sorcerers and curse users. Wow. That seems interesting. Let's play. Jujutsu Infinite. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this game right now. And before all you defenders try to come in my comment section, you're like, oh, you didn't even get to max level, man. You need to play more, get to better max level. I am max level. I played to max level. I played this through this whole game, so I feel like I am the perfect person to give a comprehensive review of this game. So first, let's go ahead and start off with... So what are the pros for Jujutsu Infinite? Well, there's not many, but one thing I do have to admit is that the beginning tutorial of the game is absolutely incredible. It's one of the best tutorials on Roblox. It teaches you all the mechanics really well, and it teaches you just how to play the game, which tutorial should do. It should teach you how to play the game. If a tutorial fails to teach you to play the game, it's a bad tutorial. Deep woken. Anyways, we won't get into that discussion. That's for a whole different video. But the footage you're watching on screen now is me playing through the tutorial. It's a little boss fight against Sukuna. It's pretty fun. Teaches you how to play the game. Teaches you stuff like the rush mechanics, you know, M1s. You can double jump, dodges, all the stuff you need to know in order to, you know, play a game like this. It's a fighting game at its core, or at least it tries to be. We'll get into that later, but it's a fun game. You learn how to use your abilities. You start off as Gojo fighting Sukuna. It's just a fun game. At least this tutorial is really fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and it really gave me a good impression of what was to come for the game. But sadly, this impression would not last forever, because the rest of this game is hot ass. Hot, steamy doo-doo shit. Do not play this game. Please, do not give the devs any more money than they've already gotten for this shameless Jujutsu Blox fruits, bro. Like, I can't even describe how much I love the intro to this game. And the storyline, it had some interesting stuff in it. But it was not worth the almost 40 hours of the game it took me to complete. It took me 40 hours to get to max level in this game, which is ridiculous. It should not take you 40 plus hours to get to max level in this game. Like, it's bad. And you know, it really sucks, because I had a lot of fun playing through the tutorial of the game, and it gave you a reason on why your character is in the world. What happened to bring you to the place where you were able to gain these different cursed techniques and cursed abilities? It's an interesting setup, because as you can see on screen right now, it's Jito and it's Gojo and it's Sukuna. It's a domain clash, and Jito you know, uses this like merger technique, and he merges Gojo's body with your own. It's just super interesting and super well written until you get into the actual game, and there's nothing like this anymore. The closest thing you get to this is the final battle against Sukuna when you're level 420. When you fight Sukuna and you learn how to use a domain expansion, it's interesting because the whole game built up to you learning how to use a domain expansion, because you know that's the pinnacle of Jujutsu. So it's an interesting concept. If only it stayed through the entirety of the game that you play through most of the time, but it doesn't. It doesn't stay. Why doesn't it stay? Why don't you keep this level of quality through the whole game? If you would have done that, this would have been the best anime game on Roblox since YBA came out in 2019. It's just, you sit here, you give us an interesting concept, and then you don't expand on it. Like, guys, the bag is right there! Oh my god! I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out over this stupid Roblox game. I need to calm down. Well, let's get into the negatives, so that way you people can know why I despise this game so very much. let's get the big one out of the way. The progression in Jujutsu Infinite is Blox Fruits. If you've played Blox Fruits, you know the progression is terrible. I'm going to show you exactly what progression is in this game by showing you about 1 minute and 23 seconds worth of footage. And that will be the entirety of the gameplay you're about to see. As you see, I'm dropping in to go fight a curse user. And this is the game. This is the entire game. Literally, this is the entire game. I'm not joking. You go in, you fight whatever the mission is, and you get XP. That's how you level up. Oh, and this way that you level up here, it stops after level 240. You can't get any more higher rank missions. So you can spend even more time playing this garbage ass game. But Sleek, I hear you people whining. What about the boss fights? Those are interesting and fun. Now here's where I would show you some footage of me fighting a boss. But I'm going to show you a real interaction of my computer on what happened to that footage.
And it's gone.
But how am I going to show the people the boss fights? But that's enough talking about the progression of the game. Let's get into the thing that people tell me is the best thing about this entire game. Once you get to max level, you can do the PvP in this game is the only thing I can describe it as is unbalanced. Obviously, I understand the curse grades are going to be a lot better than the normal grade stuff that I typically used, but it's beyond to a point of that. Even using stuff like evasive moves, they don't work. Playing defensively in this game is a death wish. If you want to try and play defensively, you're going to lose your match. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. If you try to play defensively, you lose. Whoever aggroes first wins the fight. It's just a backwards way of playing a fighting game, where typically fighting games are based on reaction and adapting to the player you're fighting. This game is based on predicting what your enemy is going to do. It's a lot like Blox Fruits in the fact that you have a lot of movement, you can get across the map pretty easily, and fighting other people is just, it's not fun. I just don't know how to describe it. I like the PvP system and how it feels, how to pull moves and combos off, but they just need to do something about the balancing, because it's just something that you can't really win with. If you're using something like, say, Boogie Woogie, which is a more support-oriented technique, it doesn't work, because you can Boogie Woogie swap with them when they're using their stuff, and it just won't work, because they have an auto lock-on feature, so they can just lock on you and then kill you. It just makes fighting defensively practically impossible. And I can't wait for everybody to come in my comments and say, "Oh, you got a skill issue, man. It's really not that hard to win." When you're using something that isn't special grade, you have a much lower chance of winning, which I can understand. I mean, I get the special grades are supposed to be a lot better, but there needs to be a point where using something other than a special grade can't be the norm. There has to be a situation where other things can work. Like, if you say, like, just use, like, Infinity, Sakuna Vessel, and Star Rage. Where's the fun in that? Where's the finding out what works really well and not? It's a combo-based system. The combat feels like YBA in a lot of senses, but it's not something that is fun to pull off. When you finally get a combo using something like Boogie Woogie, you're like, heck yeah, I can't wait to do that again. You're never going to be able to do it again. That's the problem here. Because if they just press E, spam rush into you. My proposed solution to this, they need to add a cooldown on the rush. Because at this point in time, the cooldown's like maybe 2 seconds on. You can just spam the rush, and whoever comes in and rushes first wins. Or, better yet, remove the mechanic. It's a worthless mechanic because you have Curse Tendril to close distance. And you have dodges like the supersonic dodges, which you need to invest a lot of points in order to use. For E, it completely invalidates getting supersonic dashes. because you could just press E and be halfway across the map. It doesn't matter. And you can literally fly. And if you see in the combat right now, I parried his Sukuna move, and I still lost the fight because parrying does jack shit. If you parry something, you still lose. It doesn't matter. Like, they still, because when you parry something, it stuns you as well as stunning them. And it doesn't even stun them for that long. The only way to get out of a combo in this entire game is waiting for your vent to build up. Which, sure, people can say, oh, a deep woken moment. But, like, if parrying a move and perfect blocking a move doesn't get you out of the combo, what is the point in having the mechanic in the game? There isn't one. This game is Blox first with blocking. It makes me so upset because I like using this combat system so much, but it just invalidated by all the stupid little quirks that they decide to add in, like the rush mechanic, or the parry stunning you. It's so mind-numbingly stupid how you just lose, and you lose, and you lose, and then you finally go get somebody that isn't trying to, like, use 4 different special grade techniques and isn't spamming rush, and they'll actually fight you like a normal person. But no, it's just spam rush and you win. It's dumb. And it just needs something. I don't know what. There's the casino aspect as well, where you can sit here and you can get chest items for winning and losing matches. Good implementation. I like the fact that you can do that. It's still just dumb that these things, they just don't work how I want them to. And it makes me so upset because I see the YBA inspirations for this game. I can see what the devs are trying to do, but they just had these little things that can be easily fixed that ruin the entire combat system. The game feels half-baked. It doesn't feel like it was ready for release yet. It feels like it still needed a myriad of tests to be run. Which just makes me so mad that Roblox and the people that make the games for Roblox, the talented devs that work on these games, the owners are too lazy to quality control their work. That's it. That's the only problem. Because I know this game had like 30,000 different testers. They had so many testers because you could just buy early access and just test the game. But I know these testers didn't do their jobs. They didn't send in any bug reports. They just sat there, they played the game for like an hour or two and like, oh, this is cool, I can't wait for the full release, and then played again. Never reported anything, bugs, nothing. I hope that this game can see something in the future. Something where it's not just gonna sit here and get mindlessly never fixed about the combat. Because the game just came out. I can understand there's being some bugs when the game just came out. See, in that instance right there as well, I parried the move, and I still got hit by it because it's a multi-slash move. So if you don't parry all of it, you get hit. If you parry it and then you get out of it, you still get hit. There's no defenses. You can't play defense. There's only offense, which I hate because being able to adapt is one of the most important things in every fighting game ever. You never have somebody in a fighting game that'll tell you, you just go straight in, because you'll lose if you go straight in. But when it comes to this game, you go straight in, you win. It makes no sense. It wants to be a fighting game, but it loses the main core of a fighting game, and of adapting to your players' techniques, and who's winning, and how something can be utilized in a different way compared to something else. If you use the best stuff, you win. If you use the worst stuff, you lose. Which I guess I can see, but there still needs to be some sort of balance. A legendary technique should not completely be outclassed by a freaking curse grade or special grade. It's just, I can't anymore. I love this game and I hate it at the same time. It does good stuff and it does bad stuff. It's a fun game and it's a terrible game. I don't know how to explain it. It's something I hate playing, but I can't stop playing. with that being said, I don't think I can say any more about this game. The progression's terrible, the PvP's half-baked, and the intro is super good. I wish they would have kept that quality through the whole game. But, you know, what can you do? I'm not a dev for this game, I'm not a tester. If the devs want to come out, and they see this video and they want to hear my ideas, I'm fully open to telling you guys some stuff that can be used to fix this game. Because even you can see, you guys have lost over, like a quarter of your player base over like 3 weeks. And it's ridiculous. You've lost so many players because the people are realizing, oh, this combat system everybody's raving about isn't really all that, because there's stupid mechanics like the rush mechanic, there's no way to play defensively, and I keep getting freaking bum rushed by people with every single special grade in the game, hitting some crazy combo string on me that I didn't even know existed, because they all true combo into each other for some reason. There's stuff that needs to be fixed, and there's stuff that doesn't need to be fixed. There's stuff that I like about this game. I mean, I love how the game feels. I love it. The only thing killing PvP for me in this game mode is the rush mechanic completely outclassing anything defensively you can do. Because it's an instant lock-on, it stuns you when it locks onto you, and the only way to counter it is by holding block and predicting when your enemy's going to rush, or baiting the rush out into like something like the Judge Man counter, where you can counter them. But even then, with the way how Roblox latency works, you can pull out the counter and it'll still not land. Just because Roblox isn't perfect. I understand the servers, they're not going to be 100% perfect all the fucking time. But like, I can't take it. I love this game too much to sit here and watch it. Like, I don't know how to say it. Because I do like this game. There's stuff I like. And I'm really, I don't know. Maybe I want a new YBA, I don't know. I just want something on this platform that isn't dog trash that gets some players. Because one of my favorite games on this platform, TCA. I love TCA so much. And yet, nobody plays it. No matter how many people try to push the game, nobody wants to play it. Because Roblox doesn't push stuff that doesn't get them money. Whatever makes them the most money, that's what they'll push out. It's just a stupid system. And I think Roblox, instead of the slogan being inspiring creativity or whatever, it's more like inspiring child labor. Because that's all they do, is inspire child labor. But I'm not going to talk about that. I don't want to get like super drama in this. Video over. Okay, bye.